Alright, I'm going to show you how to optimize a GS7000. This is a 2x2 node. First thing you want to do is bring the new pigtail into the node. Wrap the tray neat. Put tape down if you have to hold the fiber down. And then we are going to check light on our fibers. The blue fiber represents the A node and the green fiber represents the B node. And our orange fiber is our return fiber for both A and B. I'm going to pull the A fiber out, plug it into my light meter, and I am reading minus 2.1. So we're looking for between a -2 and a -3 on these LI receivers. So that is good there. Plug it back in, make sure it clicks. And we're going to check the B fiber. Plug it into our light meter. And we are reading a -2.28, and that's good as well. And we plug this back into our LI receiver. Make sure it clicks. And we are going to check our forward signal. Prior to setting this up, you want to get a level reading off of your node, so when you're finished you want to set the level back up to the way it was when you started. So when I started, I had a 40/32 on channel 117 and channel 2, so I'm going to pad that so it matches. So I'm pretty close there. I'm about a half a dB off, so I'm just going to leave it. That's with a 17 pad in my receiver down there. Now I'm going to move it over to my B side, check my levels on there. It's like I'm a little slight higher on this side, so I'm going to pad this down to get my levels at 40/32. That's what I started with. So I'm going to increase the padding by 3 there. I'm going to raise this pad by 1, and then I'm going to increase these pads by 2. Increase this pad here by 2. That'll be my 3 dB that I need to increase or lower by 2 to get my 40/32. So we got 40 on 117, 32 on 2. So now my forward is set. I usually check my return inputs, my reverse ins, just to see if I have modems, to make sure that we don't have any issues, in the head end or maybe a bad transmitter or something like that. So I go into my spectrum, I hit spectrum, and these are my modems. So I want to make sure that I'm seeing modems before I send the signal back to him, to the head end guy. So the A side has modems, and I'm going to check the B side. And the B side has modems. So when we inject, we have to inject a signal to them. So you use your return lead, and you're going to put it in the forward output test point, and you're going to set your meter to inject back to the head end, which is on the return loop back on the DSAM. So he likes it at 39.8. So I'm going to plug my forward lead into my A side of my transmitter to make sure I got a good loop back. So I'm going to enable my transmitter, and I'm looking for around between a -7 and a -8 for my loop back. So that means that's good. I got good continuity from my transmitter up to my module. So I'm going to check the other side, the B side, and plug my forward lead into my B side of the transmitter and check and see if my loop back is good too. So that I know I have good continuity from the transmitter up to the module. So after we inject back to the head end with our return lead. You know, once he sets his levels up there, then he'll tell me to run my power level, which is my DOCSIS reading. So I'll plug into the A side with my forward lead, and I'll run my DOCSIS test. And once this gets to the number 4, then you can hit stop and it'll show you the number. And we're looking for a 37 dB for our DOCSIS level. I'm going to hit stop. Right when it gets to 4, I'm going to hit stop. You don't have to let them run the whole test. You can stop it just so we can get the number. 37.0, that's exactly what we're looking for. So I'm going to check the B side. I'm going to run the B side now. Put this plug back in. And while that's running, I'm going to label the node, label the receivers, so the Comcast techs know which side is which on the node. We got A and B. And I'm going to label the transmitter as well. A and B. This is I228. That's the SFP that is being used in this transmitter. And we got a 37.5 on the B side. So everything is good here. I can close everything up, and I can go rebalance my first outs.